Product that I want to talk to you guys about today is Gravedigger by Code Blue. It's a very, very neat product. It's something that we've been working on for a couple years now. And the great thing about it is what it is. It's dirt infused with various Code Blue scents. This particular one that I'm using today, and the reason I'm doing it outside the truck is I'm going to show you how I make a mock scrape with it. It's dirt that's infused with Code Blue scent, and how it's activated is by moisture, like early in the morning when the morning dew comes, rain, things like that. Places that I'm going to hunt that I have this already out at, what I'll do is I'll take bottled water with me, and when I go in that area, that scrape, if it hasn't been wet for a while, I'll sprinkle a little bit of water on it. That goes against kind of what we're trying to do with this, because guys that make mock scrapes that use other tools to try and get bucks to come in, they're constantly going in that area to refreshen them up. Well, what this does is we guarantee this for 30 days. The thing is, I've had bucks keep scrapes open for 60 plus days utilizing Gravedigger, and we have it in doe estrus, we have it in buck urine, and we have it in scrape mate. Today I'm going to be putting out a scrape mate. Reason is the rut's getting ready to kick in, and what it has in it is, the rutting odor of a whitetail buck consists of three things, and that is the urine through the tarsals, as well as the interdigital gland. A lot of people don't know what the interdigital gland is. The interdigital gland is between the hooves of the deer. And what happens is a lot of guys see a buck pulling a scrape after it's already urinated in it, and they think they're just kind of moving it around. That's not what they're doing. What they're doing is they're depositing their interdigital gland in it. So scrape mate in a liquid form that we have it just in a regular Code Blue urine has interdigital gland as well as scrape mate. And what we're going to do today, I'll go out. I don't like using my boots, things like that. Even though I'm as scent free as possible, I'll be wearing rubber gloves, things of that nature. I'm going to find an area close to my stand, and I'm going to make a scrape there. Make sure I have an overhanging limb that they can use for a licking branch. But it's a great, great tool. It's new this year. We've been using it for 2 years now, testing it. It's phenomenal. So go out and get yourself some. I know a lot of the major sporting good box stores has them. Bass Pro Shops, Cabela's, Gander Mountain. There's a whole slew of people out there that have it, and it's working extremely well. Like I said, I'll have deer keeping this scrape open for 30 plus days. What I want you to think about is one of the reasons is a lot of bucks scrape at night. It's been proven, guys out in Texas, a lot of biologists have said majority of scrapes are done at night. Well, what this does is when it activates in the morning from the morning dew and that new scent starts coming up, well, guess what? It's showing that there's a deer coming in there in the morning and freshening up the scrape. Now, if this is your area and you're the dominant buck and somebody's trying to take over your house, you're going to come in and see who it is. And I always explain people this way. If you get off at 11 o'clock every day or every night, and you come home and you smell Old Spice cologne when you walk in your house, and you're walking down that hallway towards the bedroom, and you get, strong odor Old Spice cologne, you don't wear it, guess what? It happens 2 or 3 days straight. What do you think you're going to come out and punch out one day early and get home 10, 9:30 at night to see actually who this person is in your house? The same way with these deer. When they smell this early in the morning, they're going to know that another buck is taking over their territory or attempting to take over the territory. You can also use this to freshen up or take over another buck's scrape, and it's going to be very simple. I'm going to try and be quiet when we're talking out there, but what we're going to do, we're going to take a stick, we're going to make a scrape, we're going to dig a little hole in the middle with a stick, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this up. I'm going to pour about 2/3 of it into that little hole that I just made, cover it over, and I'm going to sprinkle the rest around the scrape, and we'll see what happens. As well, I'm going to show you how I use Code Blue scent hopefully once we get up in the woods, but I got in early today so we could do some of this filming, do some of the educational parts of it, because these are things that guys don't really know. So again, this comes in doe estrus, comes in buck urine and it comes in scrape mate. This time of the year, with the rut just kicking in, I'm going to use scrape mate with the tarsal gland and the interdigital gland and the buck urine, and use that in conjunction with, I'm going to use a drag line. I'm going to take doe estrus up the hill, and I'm going to make the woods smell like a doe is being tended by a buck today. Of course, I'm going to be using the snort wheeze if I have to. I'm going to be using some Night and Hail calls, the Easy Grunter Plus, their snort wheeze, as well as the pack rack. We'll go over the pack rack once we get in the tree, because that is a very, very neat thing. So if you want to try something different, something that works, something that's proven, that's helped me out the last couple years, get yourself some Grave Digger. May that deer rest in peace tonight.
Now, I picked this tree here. It's one of those trees that has a licking branch. It's a little bit higher up, that it's going to allow me to see whether or not bucks or bigger bucks using it, because the buck's going to have to get off the ground and get it. We're about 2/3 in the middle, in the hole. The rest, I'm going to sprinkle around the scrape. Then I'll take my stick and I'll cover it back up. That way we get a little bit longer lasting out of it. Grave Digger's the way to go. It's going to last you a long time. It's going to keep me from having to go back. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get a little bit of bottled water, pour it in the middle there, just to get it fired up, because it's been dry and we're hunting the afternoon. So don't forget, Grave Digger comes in doe estrus, scrape mate, as well as buck urine. So I need to save some for me. I'll bust a big one. I'll need some water dragging him out. So that's how we do scrape mate. That's how we do Grave Digger. And that's phenomenal. Scrape mate's the same thing. Scrape mates are liquid.